Hi everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me here for this practice. Let's raise our vibrations and our energy levels, starting sitting in a cross-legged position, and the hands can just come to your knees. Begin to take deep breaths, calming the mind. Maybe go ahead and bring the left hand to the heart center and the right hand to the lower belly. Taking a lovely healing deep inhale and exhale, releasing any tension you're holding in your body, any worries you're holding in your mind. Focus only on this present moment and know that you are divine and you're protected. Set an intention for this practice and consider it done. Bring the hands together in a prayer position. Take a bow of the head and let's begin. Bringing your right hand on top of the head and pulling it over to the right hand side. The left hand can come to the mat to create an extra stretch. And breathe deeply. Lovely, come back through center and go for the other side. Inhale. Exhale. Lovely, moving back through center, bring the right hand to the mat and walk it out to the wider edge of the mat. Let's stretch the left hand overhead and go for a lovely stretch through the side body. Inhale, exhale, moving through center and go for the other side. Inhale through the stretch. Exhale, come back through center. Raise the hands above the head, bring the palms together. Keep that intention that you set at the beginning of practice in mind as we move through this flow. In your own way, in your own time, let's find tabletop position, coming to our hands and knees. Knees will be directly below the hips and the hands directly below the shoulders. Keep the back straight. On an inhale, drop the belly, lift the head and open the chest. Exhale, round through, arching the spine. This is what we call moving through our cat-cow poses. Stretching the back, building flexibility and awakening the body. Move through these at your own pace, remembering to keep the breath in time. Coming back through center, let's go ahead and lift the right leg towards the back of the mat and the left hand towards the front of the mat. On an inhale, we're going to contract, bringing the elbow and the knee in to the center. And on an exhale, let's extend again. Moving through these at your own pace. Next time we come to open up, let's bend that right knee. Bring the left hand round to meet the foot and grab a hold. And we're going to stretch through. Keep the balance and release. Lovely, come back through center. Maybe come off those wrists for 1 second, shake them out, give yourself a rest. Meeting back in tabletop, let's extend the left leg towards the back of the mat and the right hand towards the front. Contract and stretch. Contract and stretch. Contract and stretch. Let's go ahead and bend that knee, bring the hand to grab a hold of the foot, and we're going to extend outward, stretch through it. Inhale, exhale, release. Lovely. Let's move the hands slightly towards the top of the mat. On an inhale, let's push up into our first downward facing dog. Focus on lifting the hips towards the ceiling. Maybe pedal out the feet, bend the knees a few times, warming up the body. Remember that intention we set at the beginning of the practice. Let's smile as we walk to the top of the mat, coming into a halfway lift, lifting the head and the back is straight. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise the hands as we come to stand up straight, finding mountain pose. Lovely. Let's take a healing inhale as we step back to find warrior one. The back foot is going to come to a 45-degree angle. The hips will be pointed forward. Front leg is bent and we'll raise the hands overhead. Finding cactus position with the arms, let's move through this movement from extended upward to cactus at our own pace. Lovely. On your next exhale, we'll pivot on the back foot to find warrior two. Front leg is still bent. Let's go ahead and straighten that leg and move forward to find triangle pose. Cartwheel the hands forward, frame the front foot and move into a low lunge before taking an inhale. Let's pivot the left foot to the right side of the mat, the right foot finding the left side of the mat to find fallen star. Balancing on the right hand, lifting the left hand above. Lovely. Finding a high plank now, moving back through and move through your vinyasa, either through chaturanga up to upward facing dog, into downward facing dog, or move through on the knees to come to cobra, then find upward facing dog. Taking a lovely inhale, slowly make your way to the top of the mat, coming into halfway lift, dropping down to forward folds. Inhale, raise the hands overhead, finding mountain pose. On an inhale, step the right foot back, finding warrior one, that 45-degree angle with the back foot. Front leg is bent, arms are raised overhead. Inhale, cactus arms, lengthen. Cactus arms, lengthen. Cactus arms, reach up towards the ceiling. Pivot on the back foot, finding warrior two. T position with the arms. On an inhale, straighten through that front leg, reach forward and come to either bring the hand to the mat or the shin, finding triangle pose. Inhale. Exhale, cartwheel the hands to the front of the mat, frame the front foot. Let's bring the right foot towards the left side of the mat. The left foot finds the right side and we find fallen star, raising the right hand overhead. Inhale, move through to find your high plank before moving through your vinyasa into chaturanga, upward facing dog, back to your downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Finding that smile on our face again, let's walk to the middle of the mat and begin to raise up slowly, straightening the spine. And we're going to turn to face lengthways on the mat in a wide leg stance. So the feet will be planted on the mat wider than hip width apart and the toes are going to be turned outward. Take a strong pose here, hands are on the hips, and we're going to find an affirmation that feels good for us. So repeat after me. I am powerful, I am strong, I am resilient. I am strong, I am powerful. I am resilient. Lovely. Keeping the legs where they are, let's raise the hands out to the sides in a T position. We're going to hinge forward from the hips, bending forward. With the back straight, let's stay here with the head lifted before finding the hands either on the mat, on the shins, wherever feels comfortable for you. If you are building up flexibility here, maybe try to bring the hands towards the back of the mat through the legs. Bending forward, pushing that little bit further. Bring the hands back to the front of the mat, plant the left hand on the mat, and let's reach the right hand up towards the ceiling, creating a lovely stretch and twist through the body. Inhale, and exhale, coming back to center, planting both palms. Plant the right palm and lift that left hand up towards the ceiling, going for the twist on the opposite side. Inhale, and exhale, coming back to the mat. Go ahead and grab a hold of the big toe if you can. If not, bring the hands to the shins. And we're just going to try to create an extra stretch here. Maybe you're not that flexible to yet, and don't worry about that. Maybe bring the hands to the hips. Find what feels good. Creating a little stretch just to build it through the legs. Let's slowly raise up to come back to standing and heel toe the feet to come into center. Coming to stand in a mountain pose, standing up straight. Let's roll the shoulders a few times. And let's go ahead and extend the feet so they are hip width apart. And we're simply just going to, with a micro bend in the knees, let the arms hang heavy and start to swing from side to side. We're now releasing any tension we're holding in the body. It may feel silly, but have a smile on the face as you do this. Don't take anything too seriously. We're letting go of any tension, any negativity, anything that's been weighing you down. Imagine it just floating away. We're shaking off any negativity we don't want to hang around. Slowly coming back to center. Slow down the rhythm. And once we're back in the center, let's just shake off through the hands, through the arms. Maybe shake off through the hips or through the legs. Imagine any negative vibrations that you were holding in your body simply falling away as we do this. Smile and laugh through it. Maybe move through the hips. What does your body need right now? Jump around, shake it off, have a laugh, and know that you can release anything you want to when you decide to. Amazing. Slowly coming back through center, taking your time, finding a sense of calm as we stand in the center of the mat. Bring the hands to touch in a prayer position at the heart center. Bow the head, bring the fingers to your third eye. Remember the intention we set at the beginning of practice. Remember it as we move through the day. Find a sense of gratitude for this practice we've just done and for what your body can do. I want to thank you so much for practicing with me and joining me on my yoga journey through YouTube. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Have the best day. Thank you so much. Bye everyone.